In this time together, we want to talk about how do you go about choosing the right community to start in, because it's critical that you start in the right place. If you start in the wrong place, you're going to have major problems. Now, you spent a lot of time gathering the information that we talked about last time, how to gather information. In the small groups back home, your group leader has a piece of paper that describes 4 separate villages. There's some words that describe those villages. What I want you to do in your small groups back home is split those small groups up into smaller groups. So if there are 12 of you, break into 4 groups of 3 each, or if there are 9 of you, 3 people of 3 each, or something like that. So we end up with about 3 or 4 groups. What I want you to do then is, in each group separately, look at the 4 villages and say, as a group, decide which village would be the place where you would want to start a community development training program first. And then once each one of your groups have done that, then the leader will take you through and he'll find out what this group has to say. This group chose, village 1, or this group chose village 2, or this 3, or 4. And let's see if there's any consensus in your groups about which village you think would be the best place to start. Welcome back. Well, did you have some interesting discussions? Were there any fist fights because some of you thought it should be 1 versus 3? Sometimes you can get into some heated arguments. One of the key factors in choosing a village is you want to have the best probability of success. Now, sometimes, because we're Christians, we want to go to the hardest place first. But we have to remember that if this is a new village in a community development training program, a new area, you've got to have success. Because if you choose the hardest village or the furthest away village, your probability of success isn't too good. And therefore, if you fail, what's going to happen? Everybody will see your failure and they'll say, yeah, I know, that CDT program, I knew it was going to fail. So you want to choose a place where you have some chance of success. So in this particular exercise that you did, the best place is Village 2. Because Village 2 basically they were interested in a physical and spiritual outreach. They weren't just interested in physical. Some of your places were only interested in that. There was a key man in the village that caught the vision, and he's causing things to happen. There was a medical clinic not too far away, because everybody does need curative care. This was a good open area. There were 5 churches in the area, and the churches worked together to some extent. That's pretty good. And the churches saw the community development training program as a way to reach out into their community.